What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, the technical difficulties are behind us and we're going to have a smooth sailing week. It is Tuesday night. I'm Rob Odie. As you see, I got my guy, Coach E. A familiar face to most, to many. It is the GOAT himself, Mr. Rock Carmichael. He's going to be breaking down film with us again this evening. So let's get a couple things out the way. First and foremost, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, support the channel to support you. We do this thing every Tuesday night for free to help you guys out. Also, if we do your film, we watch it, we break it down. Feel free, screen record it, share it on social media, tag us, and we'll definitely repost as well. Let's see. Oh, we can't forget about the sponsors. I don't have their branding up here for whatever reason, but I Am Power Energy as well as the Great White Shop. Premium apparel, so check out their website, greatwhite.shop. All right, fellas. I think I said enough. I think I got it all out the way. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I just noticed that on the screen, and the 39 Hearts Foundation. I somehow forget my own foundation every single week, so make sure you check out the website, spotlight39.com. All right. Y'all ready to have some fun?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. So let's kick this thing off. We got some new faces in here. So let's pull up the first one. Let me get the graphic off the screen. All right. So also big thing, be active in the chat. That is most definitely how you will have your film pulled up and reviewed. Let's get this thing. There we go. All right. E, you want to give the name a shot?
Braden Schwickerath.
Beautiful. Class of 2026, outside linebacker and fullback. Man, I hope I get to see some fullback film. Mike Allstott status. Let's get to it. All right, so 2026, he gave me a list of measurables. He's got all the good stuff in there. Let's see what the film looks like. And it looks like this is kind of a screen recording. Is it kind of blurry to you fellas?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Maybe he sent the actual huddle link. No. Uh-oh. You got to make it easy for us, fellas. Now I'm going to have to go hunt for it.
Yeah. Usually the screen recording doesn't do too well.
No, not
You
at
gotta
all.
send you gotta send the huddle link.
There it is. Much better, right?
Much better. Yeah.
All right. Outside linebacker, fullback, 2026. Hey, Braden, where are you from? I don't know if I mentioned that. So what are we seeing from the first couple of plays, fellas? Anything that pops? Anything sticks out?
So I personally think that play should be his first. I like how he recognized the screen, got his hands up, got made a play on the ball. The first play when it comes to those unblocked plays, I mean, I'm cool if you make plays and you force a fumble, which he did. But me personally, I'd rather have that interception be his first play. That's just me personally.
Right. I agree with E 100% on there. Like, kind of like what I said a couple weeks ago when I came on a show with you guys. Like highlight tape is just that, like highlights. Like some of these, some not these plays in particular, but sometimes the guys just put average plays on the highlight tape, and it's like you need to have the best of the best, most explosive, at the front because college coaches, man, they only gonna watch about the first 10, 15 seconds. And if it don't pop off of the charts, then shit. Next tape, right?
No, that's it. That is exactly it. All right, so let's watch this last play, and then I'll let you guys give him some feedback that maybe you haven't already. So that's Braden out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. We'll keep it simple. That's Braden, 2026, outside linebacker, fullback out of Oklahoma. What y'all got? Any closing remarks? Any suggestions moving forward?
Man, I would just say if he's going to be playing out there on the edge as a pass rusher predominantly, He's got to build his toolbox up a little bit. Get off and bend. Those are going to be the two biggest things that jump off the film that coach is going to look for. But I will say at his size, 6'2", 11, maybe cross train and try to play a little bit of inside linebacker. Maybe that'd be a little beneficial for him moving forward. But at the end of the day, he can only control what he can control. So that's what I've got for him.
All right.
Yeah, I do like, he does look explosive. Like he said, he has good size, 2026 kid, so it's definitely a lot of upside, for this guy. Let's just, like we said, we just gonna say out of Oklahoma. But maybe, high school football, guys have to play positions, just depending on the roster and, what's kind of going on with the team. But this guy looked like he may could, switch over and play some middle backer, but even an outside backer, just depending on what college we're talking about, right? What system he'll get put in. You can't teach aggression, and that explosiveness. So I do like what I saw there.
All right. Y'all went in on the first one of the night. So Braden out of Oklahoma. Let's go to. So this is somebody that Rock hasn't got. He ain't watched this film. We've watched Cam. What, probably year 3 now, maybe at this point, if I'm not mistaken. So we've watched the progression. So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with Cameron Melvin out of North Carolina. Actually, let me give you. That's my fault for jumping the gun. So linebacker edge out of North Carolina and wrestles. He's got a couple of D1 offers already. And where's his measurables? Where's he at? 6 foot 235. 6 foot 235. Cameron Melvin, North Carolina. And this is
I guess I'm up first since y'all already watched him a few times.
Well, yeah. It was, I think this is the first time we haven't had his. What? I logged in. It just got
I
me.
don't think you did.
I logged in before the broadcast. That's my fault. We watching LinkedIn ads.
It
And make sure
happens.
y'all hop on LinkedIn though.
Hop on LinkedIn.
Oh man.
1% network.
There we go. Cam Melvin after the
Oh yeah.
LinkedIn commercial. So while Rock's studying the film, let me see who's in here. We got J.R. Austin. We got Braden, Marcus. We got Kel, Dabney Sports, Elijah. And we got a handful of y'all in here, man. We appreciate that. So big thing is make sure you're active in the comments. Let us know who's watching, where you're watching. Also, make sure you DM your film, even if you have already. That's how I'm going to pull it. I'm going to pull it from the top just because that's typically who's watching the live. So we want to make sure we're respectful of those that are actually tapped in so we can get some real-time feedback. And also, if we watch your film, feel free to screen record it, share it on social media, tag us, and we'll definitely repost and continue to help you out as much as we can. All right, so all that, what you got, Rob? What you seeing? We didn't see probably about 4 or 5 plays.
Bruiser, man. I like it, right? At the end of the day, high school football, we all got things we need to work on. But for what he has, I do have a question. How tall is he, if you guys remember?
What was it?
6 foot,
5'11"?
6 foot flat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but he built like a brick house, man. And again, another one doesn't mind blowing up those running backs out the backfield. Has some pretty decent speed coming off the edge. Of course, again, it's things that we all need to learn. Get to that next level. Sure he could add a few moves coming off the edge, things like that. But I wish him being the 6 foot guy, I could see him stand up and play in space a bit, but still, I'm thinking about the Virginia Tech defensive line right now, and I'm like, they have, a couple guys, Fuga and those guys that are about 6 foot, 6'1", and they help, and they had the same kind of aggression. So, I like this kid.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. What you got,
Hey,
E, that you haven't already said?
he had one play on there later on in the film. I think the reason he put it that far back is because the QB got the ball out. I think that play probably should have been his first. He had a mean pass rush that he put on the tackle. But what I will say is you can always tell when a kid wrestles, they just play with a different attitude. They play with leverage, they play with good hand placement, and you just see all those things with him. Like if he didn't have wrestling in his bio, I would assume that he wrestles. I love defensive and offensive linemen, linebackers even that wrestle because it pops out on film. So just the development of Cam throughout the years has been incredible, and I hope that he continues to grow and continues to improve. But like Rock said, he's just a bruiser and he's everywhere on the field.
I love it,
Yeah.
man. So that's Cam Melvin, Clayton, North Carolina. I'll pull his bio back up one more again. So 2026, he's still got some time to continue to grow and develop. 6 foot,
Yeah.
235 currently, and he does wrestle and track and field. So multi-sport athlete at its finest. That is Cam Melvin. All right, let's get back into the inbox. Y'all ready for the next?
Let's
Yes,
do it.
sir.
Let's go. We're going to go with Caleb Isaiah Salat. Go ahead, E.
Salas.
Salas. That's it. Look, that's my fault.
Silence.
I feel like that
There
should
you
have been an
go.
easy one, man. From San Juan, Texas. He wide receiver, 3.0 GPA. He's 5'11", 160. Class of 25. So he's a senior wide receiver out of Texas. This is Caleb.
There you go.
Oh. Making me hunt for it. There we go. All right, so let's see what Caleb's got.
Come on, we need the indicators pre-snap, my man.
Mm.
I see Mr. Corey Galloway in the building. Pops is tapped in for his son Jeffrey Galloway. He's got an exam in the morning, so he's tapped in trying to get a little film review for his boy. And we got Mikey Hunt DB, class of 25 out of IMG. Let's see. We got Jacob. All right, Jonathan. Look, Jonathan Manson, man, I appreciate you. My man is always tapped in.
Mhm.
That's what y'all seeing, fellas.
But what I will say is I'm seeing some decent route variety in his first couple plays. I'm just for a kid his size, I want to see a little more explosiveness. Not quite sure what his speed is, but when you're looking at a kid 5'11" with a lighter frame, obviously you want to see him make some really explosive plays. And I don't think I've really seen anything north of 30 yards yet. But I do like the route variety. I like the way he catches the ball with his hands away from his body. Uh, but I just want to see him build his explosiveness, his speed, his acceleration, his quickness, short area burst. That's just where I'm at.
You got anything for him,
I
Rock?
agree. Yeah, no, I agree with E, man. Like as a DB watching, right, when I see a wide receiver, your first play, especially if it's gonna be like a over or a underneath route, I got to see you take that to the crib. Honestly, I think the second play with him scoring the touchdown, I think that might need to get moved up to the front. That'll help him be able to hold some attention from the scouts. But yeah, I agree with E. I would like to see a little more burst and because he's not a 6'2", 6'3" receiver, jump ball type of guy. So we gotta have a little doodad and we gotta have a little speed. But he had some flashes of it there, so not the worst thing in the world, but I definitely would like to see him take some of those short balls to the house.
All right. So that's Caleb Salas out of San Juan, Texas. Let's go. We got a whole bunch of people in.
Oh man, look, you just passed Nate Caesar. Nate Caesar, you oh
Well, look,
yeah, Kel,
we'll
we
keep
gotta check Kel out.
we'll get to Caesar next. Talk to me, man. So introduce this young man, Rock.
Oh, Kill, man, Kill. I don't think Kill need too much, man, of an introduction. In that 2026 class, if you've been in the area the last few years, him coming up under Coach Scott, the old Life Christian program. This kid, I watched him play as a freshman. Was playing middle linebacker with Antonio Cotman and all those 4-star, 5-star recruits that they had from a few years ago. So like you said, Kale is he's definitely a special talent. I think I don't know where he'll play at the next level. I like to see what he think if he'll be an offensive or defensive player at the next level.
So 2026 current what wide receiver DB athlete.
Yeah. Yep.
He played mostly defense in the early years at LCA, right?
Yeah. That's because he was
Yeah,
with all those other big time guys. Yep.
that's what I thought. I remember. I know Kel. I watched his younger tape. I haven't really kept up much with him, but I do know that I know he can play, and I do remember him from when he played for LCA.
Oh,
Every
he
position, right? You see him coming off the edge. You see him catching
Everywhere.
interceptions. Like if we building a highlight tape, everybody, this is what we need your highlight tape to look like. A man with your hair on fire, just running all over the field, making plays. This how you get scholarships right here.
yeah, and
Yeah.
we got to watch it firsthand. What 3 weeks ago, I guess at this point, and he put on well at this particular game during this highlight the green pants, black jerseys against
Oh
James
yeah,
River. I mean, this dude was it
yeah.
was a highlight reel in itself.
Look, we right there. Well, here we come. There we go. Rob, me and you at the
Yeah,
end.
look,
The
look,
last two.
we made the TV.
There we go. We made the tape. Thank you, Kel.
Damn, I didn't even know I was gonna plug myself, but it worked out pretty okay.
Sheesh.
The kid is he different, man.
Oh yeah. No, I mean I think for a kid that can play everywhere on defense, just off the first couple plays that I've seen, I like him on defense personally. Um, I don't. I think you can play him anywhere. Um, I think maybe like a star position is kind of what you would label him, quote unquote. But like Rock said, I mean, you could put him anywhere in the defense, safety, linebacker. You could probably put him in slot corner. Drop in the zone, maybe play a little man to man. I don't. You could probably put him anywhere. He's a versatile kid. I like him on defense personally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Real high IQ football player, man, for sure.
So this young man, 2026, already holds a handful of Division One offers. Great, great example of how a highlight tape should be put together. Where to put the plays, so on and so forth. You know, so not a lot to be said other than what's already been said. He's still got another year to come back and get that much bigger, stronger, faster. All right,
But
so
hold on, Rob. You remember I told you I had something for you during the show, right?
oh, what we
So
got? Should I pull up the little
Caesar,
graphic?
man.
Where's Caesar?
No, just you just passed his name on the list. There you go. Nate Caesar, you guys look, remember we had the camp this summer at Brook Point. He was a young kid. He's a freshman this year. He was a young kid. We all liked him. We pointed him out. He had some speed, pretty decent, size, long arms. So this kid, I'm not gonna say what school it was, but this kid just earned himself his first scholarship offer today, and I didn't even tell him. I know. Hopefully, he watching this right now. But he knows what I'm talking about. A Power Five, Power Four school reached out and invited him up to the game. Wanted, going to offer him, and they loved his film, right? Just from his film and whatever he's doing. So I think this is a good one, to show people like, hey, this is just one of the kids that we had at camp, and he's doing what he's supposed to do, and this just happened for him, man. So yeah,
Big. So now we get to anticipate the Twitter post coming soon
yeah.
on what that blessing looks like.
Again, right from a freshman, that's what you want to see your first play, explosiveness and speed, right? That's what you want to see. And
Uh,
it don't matter. You can play at the big schools. It don't matter, man. It's just about you, doing what you're supposed to do. And we can see this kid. He's not the biggest kid, but like I said, it's a pretty respectable university in the ACC. Let's just say that. And you'll be seeing it. I want him to do it the right way. He gonna go up there and visit the school and go to the game and meet the coaches and all that stuff, So these are the ones that I'm more excited about because it happened how it's supposed to happen.
And with him being in Fredericksburg, what school is he at? I don't think I looked.
Dude, it's I gotta check.
Is it like
It's a
Fredericksburg?
small school.
I'll say it's not Fredericksburg Christian because they play Massaphonics.
It may be. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up real quick.
Damn, he's that fast as a freshman. Sheesh.
Yeah, yeah. I asked him what school is he at. Yeah, it's Fredericksburg Christian. Rock.
It is okay. Okay, so I was right. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
so
right.
very very small program here in the cut of Fredericksburg. My daughter,
Yeah.
they held some cheer practices at their gym while their new gym was being built. So I went out there a couple of weeks. Actually, I posted a picture from their field on the Twitter, just randomly. I was like, damn, like I didn't even know they had a field, but a little spot in the back,
Yeah.
couple field goal posts and a bleacher. It was
Nah.
it works.
I really like this kid right here, man, for sure.
So what you
He
Yeah,
looked
see?
you.
like a young Rock out there. That's what I look like in ninth grade right there.
Hey, you train him, right, Rock?
No, man. That my
Oh,
first
you don't?
time. No, my first time seeing him was over the summer. He may have came to a couple of the workouts, but I don't. I wouldn't claim him. You got to be consistent coming through for me to claim you like that. But no, but I like this kid. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
He close it out for Nate Caesar, man. 2028 freshman, Fredericksburg Christian, in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Listen, the thing that I'm gonna say to all young kids, freshmen, eighth graders, guys coming into high school, is lay the foundation down now. Hit the academics hard right now. Don't be getting to your junior, senior year, have to worry about making up classes and academic eligibility and things of that nature. Make sure you hammer all that stuff down now. And then as far as football goes, same thing. Get with a reliable trainer, start working on your craft, learning your football IQ, hit the film room, and just continue to build and build and build. One P4 offer is not the end all be all. Keep it going.
All right.
There you go.
Look, now we getting into recruiting 101 on top of the film reviews, man. I like it. So Nate Caesar, 2028 Fredericksburg, man. So let's just keep going. There's a ton in here, man. So again, I'm just gonna pull from it. We got Jacob Roel, right? Hopefully I'm not killing these names, man. Class of 25. He a big boy, kinda. I guess not. 6 foot, 200. Q quarterback. I thought my eyes was bad. I was reading it wrong. I was about to say I thought it was 300-pound quarterback. So he's 6 foot, 200-pound quarterback, 3.4 GPA, out of no idea. We're about to find out though. So this is Jacob Rowell.
The day I see a 6 foot, 300-pound
Alabama.
quarterback, I might just be done.
The New York Giants used to have that one, right? He battled like
Creative
God.
player.
Yeah, creative player, exactly. 6 foot, 300 pounds with 99 speed.
All right, hold
And
up.
this is where he would be from. He would be from Alabama too.
All right, give me just a second. Let me log back into the huddle because this is stressing my life out. All right, here we go.
Are we on a? There you go. I was about to talk. I was just gonna start talking, Rob.
Nope, you good. You good. Let's run it back. We call audibles all the time. Anytime we're live, we always manage to have some technical difficulties, but we back.
There we go.
The quarterback.
Is he 6 foot, or does everybody around him just big? Everybody around him got to be at least like 6'3", 6'4".
Right.
Man, they coach is like 5 yards deep on the field.
Sheesh. Yeah. Look at Coach. All the way out on the 50.
Right. There's no sideline guidelines there, E. The ref on the field, he ain't
Nah.
even on the side running. We've had some fun times with refs this season.
Oh yeah, you know it.
I had some more fun. They at the game on Friday, the one ref, no, my man was threatening to throw out the school media guys because they were in the box, and they were like, "We're students of Louisa." It was funny.
Mhm.
He said, "I'll throw you out the stadium, not just off the sidelines." I was like, "Man, you got to calm down, sir. You had too much coffee."
Yeah.
All right, so what are we
Yeah,
seeing from the film?
he's making some plays. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Rock.
definitely some good balls. Yeah, no, I agree, man. I was gonna say definitely that first play stuck out to me, so I kind of paid attention to it more. And it's hard to evaluate quarterbacks. That's one of them positions that I think that is, situational, definitely depending on what program we're looking at. But he makes some good decisions with the ball. Looked like he got enough arm strength for the deep ball. I would like to see some outs, more some outs and some comebacks for the next level kind of throws. But he can also make plays with his feet. So I don't know. What year is he?
He
I think he's a
is
25.
2025. So
Okay.
this is his last ride right now, unless he does
There
like
you go.
a
Nah,
a reclass or a prep.
he looked like he playing like it's his last go round. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, so look, that's Jacob Rowell, man. Any closing remarks, E, before we jump to the next?
Man, just like we talk about, or at least I talk about with receivers, those routes outside the numbers being money routes, like comebacks, curls, outs, things of that nature. It's the same thing with quarterbacks for the throws. Being able to hit those long outside throws, those will really get you noticed. Going through your progressions, that'll get you noticed. But I will say with him, athletic kid, he has the arm strength to get the ball over the top, can make plays in the scramble drill, keeps his eyes down the field. So I think he's a good football player. It's just, with quarterbacks, it's tough. It's really hard.
All right, so let's go to Texas. All right, I guess he sent it in. Uh, no, I guess he sent it in for his son. Here's my son, Austin. All right, let me pull up Austin. All right, I think we watched a piece of him last week, E. So we'll let
Yep.
Rock dig about 2 minutes in and give Mr. Austin some feedback, man. His pops is tapped in, so we got to show him some respect and get him some time, especially since Rock couldn't jump on last week.
Yeah.
Man, you
I
missed the
think
show
this kid.
last week, boy.
Oh yeah, he did. No, I think this kid's gonna make his get his money as a slot corner.
This is yeah,
Not
I
to say he.
bang right, and
Yeah.
and he redid his film based on the feedback that you gave him, E. If I'm not mistaken, tell me if I'm wrong, pops. But I'm pretty sure he made some film corrections based on some suggestions last week.
Yeah. By the way, that's not to say he can't play outside. I mean, he can play. He can ball, but I'm just saying with his speed and his quickness, I think he could really get noticed playing slot corner, especially if he goes in camps and plays. Covers the slot a little bit. I think he can definitely get some recognition.
What you seeing, Rock?
Yeah, no.
Locked in.
I had to give it my true evaluation, man. It's a DB. I like it, right? And then in his profile, it says he's a 4-4 guy. I think he shows it. He plays with that kind of speed and quickness. I agree with E. I think that I was a smaller DB, so it's not about size out there per se. But I think with your quickness and I was looking to see kind of if I could get a gist of your IQ as a DB to see if you could play on the inside because physically you could do it, but playing that nickel, it takes a real smart DB, and young guys don't understand it, but that's kind of a praise when a coach say you can play that slot because playing a slot, you guarding. the Tyreek Hills, the faster, kind of wide receivers. So you have to be a hell of a DB. And I think this guy looks like they playing some big time ball. Where I don't know, I can't remember where he's from, but I think he got all the tools, man. Just need to again get around the right coaches, right colleges, right program, and he could be successful.
Yeah, he's a San Antonio. Uh,
Okay.
yep, San Antonio.
Oh yeah, big time ball down there.
Yeah. So let's jump to the next man. We got a lot of people. Kenneth Roberts out of Palm Coast. Let's see. O line class of 26. He's 6'2", 250, 3.1 GPA. So Kenneth Roberts, the second. Let's see how many pancakes we get, man. It's perfect time to plug our boy Pancake Nick. Rock, you have not had the pleasure of seeing Pancake Nick's film, but it was our pleasure to watch that young man grow and develop over 3 seasons, and at the 11th hour earn his first Division I opportunity, and that was at Butler University. And now he's out there doing his thing, putting all kinds of syrup on the defenders because he was putting everybody on their ass. It was fun to watch.
No, I can see it. Pancake. You said Pancake Nick.
Pancake Nick,
Yeah, that's a nickname right there. I like it.
Mr. IHOP is what we called him. Man, some of these angles of the film are a little rough.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm struggling a little bit. Ah, man, hey,
I see
you
a
gotta be careful.
pancakes in there though.
Yeah, hey, he's getting guys on the ground. I think he needs to be a little careful with some of these though, with the turn and grab and rip into the ground.
Yep,
Right.
he's definitely getting away with a few of them, and it's showing on the film.
Come on, you got get those hands inside the shoulder pads and drive them back. Don't grab and turn. That's gonna get called for holding every time.
Yep.
Hey, do me a favor, everybody that's still tapped in and you want your film watch, because I see the DMs are blowing up. Tell me what your Twitter handle is in the comments. That will make my life a hell of a lot easier. So when I'm pulling film, I'm pulling people that are still tapped in. So tell me your Twitter handle. That way I can pull it. But let me close this out. Let you guys get some closing remarks on Kenneth Roberts II out of Palm Coast, Florida. What y'all got for him?
Go ahead, E.
Oh, so I like the attitude that he plays with. What I will say in his pass sets, it's almost like he has to get a guy on the ground. But on the pass sets, dude, like you had the guy one, you had the rep one, and then you still had to just grab him, you still had to throw him on the ground. I love the attitude, but if you win in your pass sets, you don't have to do that. If you got the guy stood up in a stalemate, that's a win. So just knowing when and where, getting his hands, excuse me, inside the shoulder pads, drive backwards, don't turn your shoulders. That's how you get called for holding, and just being a little more consistent, getting off the ball. That's what I got for him.
All right. You want to add anything, Rocky? You want to go to the next one?
No, I mean I agree with E. I'm a defensive guy, so I like that aggression. I was thinking maybe I like to see some film. Maybe he could play some D tackle or something. You know.
All right. So Kenneth Roberts, Palm Coast. All right. So who we got? We got King McKill. Now they make me search. Here we go. Pull them up. All right. So Mikel King, class of 26, athlete, another Florida young man, 3.7 GPA, 6', 160. What position he play? Oh, athlete. All right, cool. So let's watch Mikel King midseason. So while that's starting, y'all are checking it out. Let's see. What have I said that I haven't said already? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow my guy E, follow my guy Rock on social media. Screen record your segment if we watch it and film, give you a film evaluation, give you some, critique per se. Screen record it, share it, tag us. We'll help you repost it. And, what else? I don't think I'm missing anything. I feel like I'm just filling in time so it's not so silent while y'all are focused. And the fact I just smelled the Popeyes walk through the front door. The wife and kids just got back from cheer, and that Popeyes kitchen just hit me.
Is it just me, or is the play cutting out before you can see the play made on the ball?
That's what has appeared so far.
Yeah.
That was the fullest play so far, and we watched him get tackled and get back up.
Like, I mean, I don't want to assume anything, but in my mind, that's immediately the first thing that comes to mind is that he might not be getting to the ball if he's cutting it out before the play shows.
No, I agree with you, E.
I mean, at least if I'm a college coach, that's what I would think. I do like the special teams work, though.
Special teams is big. That's a perfect time to segue. All right, so Mykal King. Speaking of special teams, man, shout out to Dante Lovitron, right? Virginia Tech gets to wear number 25 this week, predominantly because of the big plays that he's made on special teams, which, special teams, it's a big deal. Rock, tell him how big of a deal it is to play special teams.
Definitely, man. Not only, am I a part of that legendary Beamer Ball, where, we made big plays on special teams, right? Because our offense wasn't the greatest, no disrespect to those guys, but that was Virginia Tech football at the time. That was the mindset. And it helps, for you guys that have hopes of making it to the NFL because that's literally the only way you'll make the roster. It's 11 starters offense, 11 defense, that's 22. It's a 46-man roster, something like that for game day. And the next way that you become the backup is you have to start on 3 special teams. So for everybody that don't
But Rock was going in, and then he went out. So let's get to the next one while he gets that internet right, man. This is Chris Miller, class of 28, quarterback, Kennesaw Mountain High School, 6'2", 195, 4.0 GPA, Kennesaw, Georgia, 2028 quarterback.
Hey, I checked him out. He followed me, and I checked him out. He might be one.
Oh, it's like that?
You like him,
He
E?
might be one. He's a young boy, but he might be one.
2028.
Yeah.
Playing big boy Georgia football, and you already saying he might be the one. Let's go.
What school is it?
Kennesaw Mountain High School in Kennesaw. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, but Kennesaw, Georgia. Which is what, just outside of Atlanta, right? That's just outside the Atlanta metro, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's delivering the ball like.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's like for a young boy,
the pocket presence. I mean, my man's back there just poised, no worries in the world, dropping it on target.
I mean, his ball placement for.
I was about to say he just hit the outside, so only only the receiver was getting it.
I've actually been hearing, man, a lot of guys that I played pro ball with, well, not a lot because ain't a lot of guys play pro ball, but a few guys that I played pro ball with down there in that Georgia area said that it's a lot of talent in some of these smaller cuts in Georgia that don't really get the love because of all the big schools, and it's
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I'm not sure if this one of those kids, but yeah,
Yo,
man.
who is that receiver though?
right. Number was it number one, right?
Number one,
Yeah,
yeah.
number
Dang.
one is a baller, man. Sorry, QB's a baller too, but I sometimes when I see a kid pop out on another kid's film, I'm like, I gotta inquire, you know?
Yeah, we learned about
Right.
Chadwick down there in Florida last week. I mean, he was a beast, but then you looked at his teammates on the line beside him, and they were equally, as violent. It was pretty fun to watch last week. But yeah, man, this
Mm.
this is good. This is solid QB film. This is not
Yeah.
traditional freshman at all. But go ahead, close it
It's
out. What
actually
y'all?
really it's actually really good.
Yeah, man, give him some
for,
feedback
for 20.
to close his segment out, and then we'll get to the next.
No,
Man,
I'm good. I'm with y'all. That's a great film right there.
yeah. No, he's got incredible arm strength for a 28. Pocket awareness, can make off-platform throws, can put the ball in spots where only his receivers can get it. He's leading receivers. He's putting it on the upfield shoulder. His mechanics look solid. Obviously, continue to build. But this is like I said, this might be one right here. So keep working and just keep going through it. Keep getting better. Get with a trainer. Get with somebody that knows what he's doing, and just keep building.
You can tell he already with somebody that know what they doing. That
How's that
that
look?
dude
He's
is
Oh
clean.
yeah,
yeah, he got it. I like him. He got it. So
So Chris Miller. All right, let's get to. All right, you can give it a shot.
why I
Nope.
always have to give it a shot.
Look, he's Australian. I'm by default going to destroy the name.
Sharia Rawat.
Perfect.
yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
what I
go
was
with
gonna
it.
say. Sharia
Look. Our
Rawat.
friend from down under, class of 24. Not sure what that equates to in the U.S. I don't know if that's 25 technically. I'm not sure European, but nonetheless, man, he's in Australia. I appreciate him tapping in. 5'10", 165 DB. So this should be fun, Rock. Australian
Yeah,
DB. Let me pull him back up. Where was he? There he is. He got the YouTube highlights.
there you go.
Let's see what we got. A little a little choppy.
It's a nice hit.
Yeah, uniforms is funky.
Yeah. Ooh, hey, you saw how he reacted to that, Rock?
Mm-hmm.
We find out he got some hands down under.
I'm gonna let Rock go a little more in depth, but for somebody who knows nothing about Australia football, he's making some plays.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Natural. And again, man, dog, it's all about being taught, right? And this guy has the natural instincts. 5'10", 165. Again, not the biggest DB in the world, but you got the size to play, somewhere. And with your instincts and look like your love for the game, I like it, man. It's just about being taught the right things, especially kind of coming from out the country.
All right. So look, man, we just appreciate our international friends. We tend to get a couple a season. So this time from Australia, we appreciate that. But let's try to get to as many as we can in the allotted time slot. So let's get to what is it, Rylan Keefe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keefe,
Hmm.
6'4", 220, outside linebacker, DN, out of Tennessee, class of 26. There it is. Oh, let's get to the film, not the graphic. Boom. All right. Outside linebacker, defensive end, 26. And I see Drakeford. He's tapped in.
Oh, Draco.
We still got a handful of folks tapped in. Make sure you send your film to the Twitter. Make sure you screen record your segment and share it on social media afterwards. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. YouTube algorithm loves that. Somebody just flushed the toilet.
No, that was the dog shaking.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't hear my
Dog
dog
slapping
snoring.
around.
He'd tell you all about how my dog snores. He's
Oh
laying
man.
like 10 feet from me right now, sawing logs. Little 60
Mhm.
pound, 2 foot at best English bulldog.
This guy, man, I like him though. I wanted to see how he looks bending around the edge. I think of course, being 6'4", that's one of the things he got to work on, lowering those hips and dipping that shoulder a little bit so he can have more speed coming off the edge. But natural tools, I think he has everything he needs to play at the next level. I wonder how, where he's at, like on the recruiting platform. 6'4", 220, 2026 kid. Definitely has a lot of upside, playing aggressive. But, like I said, man, I try to get everybody a shot, because it's like I said, I really believe it's about what you taught, So I like what
Mhm.
he has though.
What you got, E? For Rylan Keefe out of Tennessee.
Yeah, just building a little bit off of that, even in the run game, the biggest area of critique I have for him is playing under his pads. His pad level, he gets a little high when he's coming off the ball. So I did see him get when the offensive line was engaged with him, he did get pushed back a little bit. I think if he can get under the shoulder pads, obviously he's a big dude, 6'4", but if he can get up under the shoulder pads and maybe get a little bit more leg drive, get a little bit more weight put on him, I think he's going to fare a lot better.
All
But he could
right.
play.
So Rylan Keefe. Still got a little bit of time. Still got a little bit of time. Let's see. Trying to find who's still tapped in. Mason. All right. There we go. So we got Stephen Mason, 2027, 5'11", 190, class of 20. So I said that class of 27, 3.5 GPA. Looks like, is that Bullis High School out of Potomac, Maryland? Yep.
Hmm.
Wrestler, varsity football, hybrid linebacker. Either one of y'all know Steven?
Yeah.
Not
Go back
personally.
to Mason. We ain't gonna watch Mason? Oh no, there you go. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Talk to me, Rob.
I
What you
knew
know
of
about him?
him.
Say it again.
I said, talk to me. What do we know about this young man? You seem to know a little bit.
Oh, I mean, PG County guys, man. So I really was just interested from to see um because our boy said over there.
Yeah, yeah.
But Mason, definitely a smart, real high IQ football player. Has worked out with me a few times. Um, I think that, like I tell him all the time, man. I'm like, if he has a few more years left, so with his how he plays, I'm like, I think he might even be able to move back into like a safety type of role because he just has a knack for the ball. Like he's one of the kids that been watching play for a long time. But like I said, being at Bullis is a great situation for him. I think for him to grow. Like you can see, first few plays, you can see the explosion kind of pop off of the tape and see him bouncing around. But yeah, I think he'd be a fun kid to keep an eye on.
Yeah. I'm seeing a high IQ guy, scraping over the top, getting to the running back, making plays. I love the way he plays zone coverage. I love the way he plays his drops, the way he plays his assignments. He can cover the flat. He can cover the hook curl. He can come off of landmarks. He can get some depth. So I really like his film personally. Seems like a really high IQ kid.
All
Yeah.
right. That's Stephen Mason out of Bullis High School, class of 27. All right, so just for time, we got what, one or two more fellas? Y'all good with that?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So let's get to Jack. Jack's been in the chat for a little bit. Let me pull him up. All right. So Jack
A monster right
is
there.
class of
Sheesh.
26, 6'6", 220, 6'6", 220, class of 26. Am I missing his position? DN,
DN.
DN. All right, yep, all the way DN. All right, so let's watch
Yeah.
some DN film from Jack. Oh, he sent me the screen record. Jack, don't do this to me. Oh, let me
Yeah,
go
come on, Jack.
3 months ago.
Jack Bear.
All right, well, we're not gonna watch Jack. He's got film from 3 months ago. We're gonna get to
Oh, Jack.
little Shaggy.
To who?
Oh yeah, Little Shaggy about the ball just because that's his name, Little Shaggy.
All right, let me pause it. Let me get some info. This is Bailey Streams out of Louisiana. Wide receiver, DB, class of 25. All right, perfect. So now we about to get to little Shaggy. So while we watch little Shaggy, we're gonna do one more after this, and then that's a wrap. So if we don't get to yours tonight, don't be mad at us. We can only do so many within the allocated hour time slot that we give you each and every week. Remember, we do this thing completely free to help you guys just have an additional resource to help you guys live out your dream. So help us help you. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow the panel. Make sure you follow E and Rock on Twitter. And what else we got? Am I missing anything? I feel like I miss something every time I talk, but nonetheless, what are y'all seeing from Lil Shaggy here with the film out of Louisiana?
Oh man, I think it looked like he does have some speed. Again, for recruiting purposes, we kind of got to have bigger plays on the tape to show some explosion and some down the field speed. But it's kind of hard to see what's going on in some of them plays where he's on the other side of the field. But that's kind of all I really got right now, man. What you think, E?
I'm seeing some better plays later in the film, personally. Like I thought he did have a big play that was on the previous one, and then he just ran a nice out route where he was able to beat outside leverage and then score a touchdown. So I think he has some better plays. I think there needs to be some reordering for sure. But same thing, it's like as a kid that's a little shorter, a little smaller in stature, you got to have the explosiveness on there, and you need to showcase it early and often, or else you're not really going to get much very many other looks beyond the first couple plays.
All
Facts.
right. So that's Bailey out of Louisiana. I think Little Shaggy is a parent, maybe. That's my fault. All right. So I'm trying to find Galloway. He's been in there for a minute.
Whoa, your coach doesn't let you publish film until the end of the season?
Oh, that's sloppy.
Let me not. Let me
That's
not.
terrible.
Let me
I
not.
will. I
I'll
can.
go
I
off.
can do it. Yeah. I'm like, that's terrible. Shit. Ain't nothing. As a pro, it's like, dog. Listen, Jack. You are in control of your own future. I respect the coaches. We love the coaches, but if you're not sending the film out, dog, who gonna know you 6'6", 220? You know what I'm saying? And then if you wait till after the season, I think you were 2026. It's like that. Your shit need to be out ASAP. So
Man, look, it's been said. Yeah, that makes no sense. That's actually frustrating
trash.
to read, man. All right, so let's get to Jeffrey Galloway, class of 25, dual athlete, DB, 5'11", 180. How's that for size, Rock? 5'11", 180.
I think it's pretty good size for a DB.
All right.
Especially if you can cover the real tall DBs, man. If you 6'2", 6'3" at a DB, it's hard to bend your hips. It's hard for you to cover. So
Hey, he was at Brook Point. This is the Iona kid, Rob.
Yep.
okay,
Yep.
He's
Yep.
he's good. He's a
yeah,
really good ball player. The thing was is that he just like a fraction off of making some of those like those big noticeable plays. He makes some plays, but it's just when he camped and stuff, he was just a fraction away from the ball and just like he just is like he's just a step off. That's all I'm gonna say. Just a fraction off.
yeah, and camping and kind of playing with your team system is like two totally different things. I remember this kid, because and it was hard, right? Because we had Miles and a couple other guys there at that camp, so it was hard. Miles is a really polished wide receiver, but this kid definitely, like you said, he made a lot of plays. He showed a lot of effort, and it's crazy because you can see it here. I'm like, I remember some of them camp plays of him playing in the red zone, and they kind of played out just like this. Him making his plays. You're correct. He wasn't like as polished as you would like to see, but I don't mind that because I know like a kid like this, you could tell he won't mind getting in a dogfight, and it's like shoot now if we able to teach him and get his technique caught up, you got yourself a ball player.
All right.
Hmm.
So go ahead, E. Do some closing remarks, and then I'm gonna close this thing out with a curveball, man. So I'm gonna let Rock. I'm gonna let you, pick anybody you want to send me. Just shoot me a DM of anybody's Twitter handle that you want to talk about their film as a way to close out the show. So while E's closing out with Jeffrey Galloway, you think about who you want, and then either text it to me or shoot it to me in DM, and then we'll pull that up, and then we'll close this thing out. But what you got, E, for Jeff Galloway?
Yeah, no, with Jeff, it's just a matter of getting the little details right. He doesn't do a whole lot wrong, but the thing is going to be getting to that exceptional level, is making those big time plays that make him stand out when he's going and camping or when he's playing up against other DBs that are making big time interceptions and breaking on routes and stuff like that. That's kind of where he just needs to continue to build. Very good player. He's going to take coaching very well. He's going to listen. He's going to make plays, but it's just a matter of getting to that next step. Because, like I said, just a fraction. He's just right there. He just needs to do a little bit, build a little bit more, put a little bit more work in.
All right. So Jeff Galloway out of upstate. Well, not necessarily upstate New York, just out of New York. New Rochelle. That's not upstate, right?
I, I'm not sure. I know he's his dad was high school teammates with Glove, so probably it might be
Okay.
Brooklyn area. I'm not sure.
I'm with it. I'm with it. So look, man, Rock, I'm glad you sent me Tristan's, man,
Oh
because
yeah,
we were chatting earlier. We were chatting earlier, and I told him I wanted to make sure we got his film on there. So this is a good way to end this thing, man. So you go ahead and introduce Tristan. Tell us a little bit about him. I'm gonna get his film pulled up. He is, and I'll give his
Yeah,
bio real quick though. So Tristan is a quarterback at St. Francis Academy for their national program out of Baltimore, Maryland. He is a class of 2027 QB1 again. St. Francis powerhouse national program, plays a crazy national schedule. Talk to me about Tristan.
yeah, man. So Tristan is another. I think he's right on the lines of being one of the next PG County or the DMV quarterbacks to come out. I've been watching him for a while, work out with the Caleb Williams and the Maliks and all of these things, and it's crazy that he's finally becoming of age. Definitely some things I think that he needs to work on as a quarterback, and we're gonna do what we can to help him develop in those stages, but playing the schedule, the type of schedule and competition that he plays, I think the tape is actually pretty good for a quarterback because he's not playing any chops out there. D ends are all 4 stars. DBs all 4 stars he playing against. So
And they're
so
all on the road.
it's Yeah, and they're all on the road, man. So I think and then another thing, right? I watched Mikey, right, the last quarterback to come out of St. Francis. He's at Mississippi State now, I want to say. And you know,
Hmm.
the last 2 weekends he got to start, and to me, he looked just like Tristan. And coming out of high school, he was playing at St. Francis Young. You know, he was end up having to lead that team as a young guy, and now watching Mikey, you know, how it translated to college, I think that playing in this kind of competition and, you know, against this kind of, you know, schedule, always on the road, gonna do better for him, you know, once he gets to a college. I think he'll be prepared to stand in there at QB. But I think he got a pretty decent tape, man. What you think, E?
Hey, E, real quick, just I want to set the stage for the level of competition that this young man's playing. So St. Francis, they go on the road to start the season every week until pretty much their last game of the season, and that's against IMG in Baltimore, um,
Yeah,
November 1st. So they don't have a home game until November 1st. And when they're on the road, they're not just going up the road, they're going to Mater Day out in California, to Duncanville out in Texas, to Orange Lutheran, who has a powerhouse schedule out in California, and they did all that within a 3 week time span. That is just outrageous. And then, you
yeah,
just look at the rest of the schedule. There's no pushovers anywhere on that schedule. They got, powerhouse in Pittsburgh. They got St. Thomas More, who always seems to play really, really well against St. Francis year in and year out. And then, like I said, they close it out against IMG, which is, again, it's IMG. So that's
right.
the level of competition that this young man is facing. So go ahead, E. Close this thing out, and then we'll finish up the show for this week.
Yeah, so the first time I watched Tristan was last year at the Broward County Classic against Chaminade Madonna. Uh, Mike Van Buren, he now Mississippi State, as Rock said, balling by the way, had himself a game against Georgia. Um, he goes down with an injury. Tristan comes in, and Rob and I are both down there like, dang, who's this backup? And when we saw he was a young boy, and he was making some plays against a loaded Chaminade team. Obviously, some freshman mistakes. I mean, that's what you expect, especially against a team as loaded as Chaminade. But for a kid to just be thrown into the fire as a freshman quarterback against one of the top teams in the country and to play the way that he did, I'm not surprised that he's continued to build off of that. And like Rock said, I do expect him to be one of the next QBs to come out of the DMV that's really going to make some noise. So looking forward to see how he continues to grow over the next couple years.
Yeah, class of 27, so he's got a couple of years to, get that much bigger, stronger, faster, better. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, man. So look, this this past hour some change as always, man. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully we kept it interactive and gave you some tangible stuff to take away each time we do this. We don't want to just sugarcoat it and give you, what you want to hear. We want to keep it real. So we definitely appreciate those that tapped back in, that took the advice last week or, weeks prior, changed up some things and came back and joined us. Um, Fellas, anybody that stood out this week, man? Any outstanding players? I know last week we had a list that could have taken 5 minutes to talk about, but what do we got this week? Any one person stand out to either of you?
Dabney, man, kill that kill. I'm still thinking about kill highlight tape like that. I feel like every play was a touchdown or like an interception or something crazy.
Yeah, I look. I would say that and or Tristan just close this thing out. Would be my pick. But what do you got, E?
I'm going to go with the 28 quarterback from Kennesaw, Georgia.
I ain't even mad at that either. Not
Ooh.
mad at that either. That was a good
I,
call.
Ooh. Hey,
Yeah.
look. Don't forget young Caesar representing Fredericksburg, man.
Oh, look,
oh, yeah,
another young boy, and he's in our backyard,
Yeah.
Rock. So we got to find a way to see him.
Yeah.
So look, check it
Right.
out, man. This was the Tuesday Night Live film review. We do this thing each and every week throughout the season. At some point, I'm going to try to squeeze in a Sunday where we can maybe do it a couple of hours for the West Coast folks, and for anybody that can't jump on throughout the week. But again, this is just an additional resource that we try to give to you to help you get that much better to live out your dreams. So support the brand that supports you. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to my guys 1% network. Rock Steady over there, Rock Carmichael on YouTube. Search that if you don't already subscribe. And then follow him on Twitter. And look, that's the show, man. Check out the website, spotlight39.com. We've got featured articles. We got full game highlights. We got full live stream replays that I go out and personally live stream. I wear a lot of hats.
Check out my
People
articles.
don't know it. What's up?
Sorry, I just wanted to say, check out my articutles.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
E, we gotta plug E, man. I was getting to you. You just jumped the gun, man. You jumped the gun. But my guy E's out here putting out articles, man. On a specific young man that we actually featured on this show, Mr. Landon Duckworth. Why recruit dogs when you can recruit a duck? QB1. Look him up, Landon Duckworth. Let's get it. Until next week, man. I'm Rob Odie. That's my guy, Rock Carmichael. That's Coach E. We appreciate y'all each and every week. Till next time. Thank you.